Greetings. This is the voice of Daniel speaking to you. I come again with another teaching whose time has come. In this teaching, I will speak on the concept of time and what it is, as it is generally understood and observed in this reality. Time, as you know it, is an illusion that we perceive only in our individual sphere of awareness and through our collective belief in the existence of an invisible force called time. Time is not a physical thing that can be observed, affected, or felt because time does not have density or matter that can be quantified or measured scientifically. A clock does not capture or tell us time. It only provides a man-made numerical representation of the 24 hours comprising a day in the holographic matrix that we call reality. But it is not a representative measure of the astrological cycles of the creation experiment that could be called time if one is seeking to define it. What is called time is the flow of events in our lives that we seek to chronicle and store away in our minds or record in books or via images as memories of past events. Because of this, the concept of time is used to create a linear and chronological record of the simultaneous flow of events that are unfolding in every moment in all of creation. So, as you will see, what we call time is our attempt to measure the space between two or more events that we are observing at a specific moment of now. Time is a backward-looking activity because the illusion of time only matters when we attempt to look back at specific events of our past that matters to us. There is no future time because the future does not yet exist, as there is only the moment of now. One of the big distortions of the concept of time is that there is no definite beginning of time and no definite end to it, which is why the terms approximate and circa are used to make guesstimates based on scientific techniques such as carbon dating, which is imprecise at best. It is important to remember that motion and change are the only constants of the creation and of energy, and that in every moment events are unfolding in the life of each person and in all of creation based on Creator's divine will. Events are the dynamic flow of energy that creates our experiences based on the choices we make and the consequences of those choices playing out. Now then, if one is seeking to use the concept of time to chronicle events in this reality, it is best to use the term divine time, which is based on cycles of experiences for the individual and the collective, and as astrological cycles for the ages of enlightenment for the duality experiment as a whole, because, in truth, time is not a measurable thing. It is only a point of reference for the mind to recall memories of and learn about the events of the past. Think on this for a moment. The unfolding of events do not occur in a linear fashion as the concept of time attempts to measure, because not all events that are happening simultaneously can be recorded or recalled as needed, not even with our current state of technology. This is part of the grand distortion of the concept of time. We only record events that are significant to us in society, such as our dates of birth, dates of death, and other similar vital information. All other events that are considered non-essential or unimportant details, which are also occurring everywhere simultaneously, are simply ignored or forgotten. Time is an illusion because only the events that are of significance to us and for society, either positive or negative, are more easily recalled by the mind, and the details of all other events that are also occurring simultaneously will have taken a back seat in the mind. But as more events unfold, these significant events will also eventually fade into obscurity if those who experience them are no longer alive to remember them. Have you ever wondered why a person who, for example, has been locked in a cave or a prison void of all sensory and human contact will after a period of isolation lose all track of time? Also, a person who has been in a coma will also lose track of time, as will a person, let's say living at the bottom of the ocean where it is always dark, will also lose a sense of time, because time is a mental abstraction that cannot be accurately measured because it has no materiality to it. The 24-hour abstraction that is called time is only a measure of the sun's rays that defines the daylight, and the lumens of the moon which measures the nighttime, but even these are imprecise at best. So, like the infinite flow of experiential events, only the cycles of experiences are a true measure of our reality, based on Creator's divine plan for the duality experiment. Time only occurs in the mind. Our clocks only provide a physical measure of daylight and moonlight that are used to divide up and create the artificial day and night that is called time in this physical world. This is why many of us wear watches or keep clocks to tell us the approximate time that we are forced to use to guide our activities and behaviors. Time, as we are told to observe it, is not a physical thing. In truth, time is only the playing out of all events that are occurring in the whole of creation that are based on our collective choices and their consequences. The energetic recording of these experiential events by the Akash, the Divine Mind, is what allows for memories to occur when we commune with the Divine Mind via meditation and contemplation. Now then, have you ever wondered why different cultures record and observe the concept of time differently? For example, the Mayans observe time based on the cycles of the heavens, as do some native tribes who do not observe time in the same way that modern societies do, based on numbers that attempt to measure the day and night as a loop. This is because they exist outside the day and night time construct matrix that we in the modern world are trapped in mentally. We become trapped in this daily time construct by the demands that are made on us to participate in the holographic matrix in the ways we call living, because the creation is mental. There is more to this teaching, but that will be made available when the time arrives to do so. Please take a moment to share, like, and subscribe to this channel for future teachings. I leave you now with the grace of the infinite Creator who is my judge. Please be loving and kind to each other. I honor you.